Finally, the secret is out of the bag. Yemi Osinbajo speaks on what his position was on the NSAS matter, indicted Buhari that Buhari did not treat the matter with the seriousness that it really entails. He treated it with kid gloves. And Yemi Osinbajo's campaign team are using this as a campaign front to say that this man will have empathy, sympathy, and will do right by the people. Saying Osinbajo will be that man that will build the bridge and listen to the people. We all know that the vice president, as soon as the president is around, he goes to sleep. What do I mean by that? You know, when you have tires in your car, there is one called the spare tire. The spare tire remains until something happens to one of the tires in your vehicle. And so that's what, sadly, it feels very much like what the vice president is. Because if I'm correct, the duties of the vice president are not totally clearly marked out different from the duties of the president and only comes into activation when the president is not around. Say issues like Amutekun, it was because the president was not around. Hence, the vice president was able to throw his weight behind that and ensure that Amuteku came to see the light. Now, Osinbajo campaign team is telling us that if Osinbajo is voted for, he will correct some abnormalities. Let's get all the details. The campaign team of the vice president, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, has indicted his boss, President Muhammadu Buhari, on the complicity over the October 2020 EndSARS crisis, which shook the entire southern Nigeria, saying the president erred as he treated the pre and post EndSARS period. The treatment he gave was not acceptable. The team made indictment in a 120-page campaign documentary on Vice President Yemi Osinbajo titled The Unveiling of Osinbajo If Empowered, an Impact Assets Report. In the introductory page with subheading Vice President Yemi Osinbajo Now, Then, and Before, the team noted that the EndSARS opera would not have seen the light of day if issues concerning human rights abuse from the EndSARS Special Anti-Robbery Squad was dealt with until the Nigerian police had not been handled with kid gloves. Says if Osinbajo is given the mandate, he will ensure that every aspect of government work in accordance and in line with duty in respect of human rights. The team noted in 2018, Osinbajo, as acting president, has ordered a total overhauling of the SARS unit following allegations of human rights violation and abuse. The vice president directed the then Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, to review the operation of the outfit, but the exercise suffered a serious setback when Buhari returned and assumed duty again. However, the clamor died down when the substitute President Muhammadu Buhari reassumed office after a temporary absence. The SARS unit continued and became even heightened wickedness on human rights violation, and the resultant effect is what broke out at the end SARS. It is therefore to be recalled that October 20, 2020, Nigerian youth staged a protest that spurred into a crisis when yet to be identified unidentified gunmen reportedly opened fire on a group of unarmed protesters at the Lekki toll gate, a place to be said where the Nigerian flag flew. If you look at President Muhammadu Buhari very well, he has no affiliation to human feelings. And this is not because he was a soldier or whatever. It is because he's a cold-hearted man. Let's be very honest. Buhari does not care for anybody. And that is why part of the things they did to sell him to us was that they portray him, seeing him with his family, with Aisha Buhari and his children, making it look like he was a family man, compassionate and do have family at the front or back of his mind. Lies, lies, lies. Is as cold as a stone, is as cold as ice, as hard as a stone. That is the vice, that is the person of the president. He never for once really truly sincerely addressed the matter. Rather, when he had opportunity to speak, it was like a threat. That is the person who is supposed to be a father. A father's words are supposed to be soothing. Are we saying that a father should, treat the kids with kid gloves and not do what he's supposed to do? The answer is no. If you do that, you will lose the children to become rotten and it will bounce back at you. Why you correct is in love. The correction should be in love, such that you you give a smack with this hand, you call again with this hand, and the reason for why things are done I explained, and everybody is on the same page. And guess what? Guess what? There is understanding. There is mutual trust and respect, and the people can go on and truly know that. There is confidence and comfort in their heart and soul that they have somebody who cares, who listens, in spite of my wrong. I am not cast down or thrown away. I am accepted the way I am, and I'm part of a family that loves me and that, have my interests. In that way, you are shaped. In that way, you are groomed. In that way, you are being mentored to become a better person. But this president, whenever he speaks, go and investigate every time this man has ever had opportunity to speak to Nigerians. It's more threat. By the end of the day, the people are more shattered, more deserted, feel so out of place, disjointed and everything. And there is no position, no place of rest. And that true empathy, sympathy, love, assurance, hope felt in the heart of the people. Yet, this is the man we call the president. We were really deceived in 2015, but the time to make that correction is now. Are we going to toe the same path? Are we going to make a difference and say we have made this mistake before? We understand how it works. We're not going to work in that same, that same perspective. That way, we make a huge difference and we work further for how we can make things better. Listen, guys, it is time to act, and that time is now. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Please don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. Remember, you have got a voice. Let it count. You must speak out against injustice, against evil in our society, and against those who tells us that they are leaders and truly sincerely speaking have got no iota of leadership in them and do not even care about us. So the first point is we identify true leaders. Leave us a comment. God bless. Bye for now.